Greetings everybody out there in the watch loving world. I thought I would make a little quick video on today on a Rolex. Rolex started out in 1905 as Wilsdorf and Davis in London. Then they moved to Geneva, Switzerland, and the Rolex name came about 1919, somewhere in there. And then they developed their waterproof oyster case in like 1931, I think it was. But Rolex was it started off with people buying cases, buying movements and everything, assembling the cases, and over the next 60 years, they got a good reputation for being a good watch. And then the founder of Rolex died in 1960, and he left the company to a foundation, the Hans Wilsdorf Foundation, which owns Tudor also. But the watches from the 1960s, they were expensive. A $130 watch in 1960 is pretty expensive. But now the price, I don't know what's happened to the price. I just saw we had Dr. Martin Luther King holiday, and Dr. Martin Luther King wore a Rolex Datejust, and it was a good watch. It wasn't a super luxury watch or anything. It was just a good functioning watch. But now it's 2022. The prices went up a little bit, and I feel like the frog in the water. The prices have increased, and at this point, I'm done with them. Anyway, I'm looking at the Submariner, no date. The price on it now is $8,950. $8,950 for a stainless steel watch with 3 hands. Okay. Now my wristwatch check today, I'm wearing one of the best diver watches ever made. It's the SKX 173. I've owned this watch for 20 years, and for 20 years, well, probably longer than that now, but this was my only watch, and it's got battle scars. I wore it to work every day. I banged it into stuff, and this watch and me have a history, but this is one of the best diver watches that was made by one of the best watch companies, Seiko. I just thought I'd let you look at this watch. Now, I also looked at the Submariner date, which is a nice watch. Later on, Rolex added the date to the Submariner, and the price of it is $10,100 US. And that's for a stainless steel diver watch that has a date on it. Okay, well, people have always been talking about this Rolex bubble, and when's it gonna break? For me, it broke, okay? $10,100 for a stainless steel watch, or I could buy an SKX, which is tough as nails, okay? And if you wanna get your SKX rebuilt, it's probably $150, not $900. So, I don't know where Rolex went. And at this point, I really don't care where Rolex went. I've owned a 34 millimeter Air King. I owned a Milgauss 40 millimeter. I had a 36 millimeter Datejust, and I had a 34 millimeter Oyster Date. Nice watches. But their prices, to me, got out of hand. That Oyster, or that 34 millimeter Air King, it was made in 2007. And I think I got it for $2,800. Now they're pushing $4,000 for the same watch. And so I understand there's it's supply and demand, and there's a big demand for Rolex watches. But I think some of it has to do with people speculating and treating the watch like it's a investment. And my $10,100 is going to stay in a little bit different investment than a stainless steel watch that has been artificially inflated, the price. I don't see, would I pay, Tudors now, they're going for $3,600 to $4,000. And that's probably where I think Rolex should be. $10,100 for a stainless steel diver with a date on it. Not for me, sorry. We're done. Then I went into the Rolex AD a couple weeks ago. Had to get a part for one of my Tudors. And I looked in the case and there's no Rolexes. Now, very, very nice authorized dealer. Really exceptional people. But there's no watches. And then you look at the Tudor case and it's full. So, if you want a watch with Rolex quality, buy yourself a Tudor. No, it's not going to be hyper inflated, and people are not going to go crazy, and you're not going to double your money on the thing if you can get it, but so what? It's a good watch, and I think that's what it is designed to do. Well, thank you everybody for watching my videos, and hit like and hit subscribe. It means the world to me to have everybody subscribing here, and remember to keep your watches all wound up.